What fictional character deserves a spin-off the most? I think there's fanfics about this, but I'd be down to see what Haymitch's life was like pre, during and immediately post Hunger Games. Gandalf. I'd read all his biography. Edna Mode. The guy that always drops his ice cream in Lilo and Stitch. Why not Zoidberg? 2.5 Men, Aragorn, Legolas, and Jim Lee. Preacher from Firefly, but back when he was a ruthless assassin for the Alliance. Nice try, Hollywood, now make something new. Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'd love to see the Timothy Zahn books made into a 6 series showing the rise of Thrawn and Ordinda Price before Rebels. The 2 stormtroopers at the beginning of the 1 episode of The Mandalorian. Whole thing is just them having a conversation during target practice. A Sagitt Ventress. I want a plot of the week series of her bounty hunting adventures during the Clone Wars. Toph's Metal Bending School. Rattlesnake Jake from Rango. Honestly, he was the best character. I'd like to see his backstory explored. Raymond Holt. Edit. I've always wanted to say this. Gold? Do you think you can please me with a fictitious virtual gold award? Because yes, you can. It is my honor. Thank you. But do not expect me to make any statements about the kindness of this stranger. For all I know, I have not been gilded by a stranger, nor a kind person. Carry on with your day. There is still a lot of karma to achieve. Charon, the Continental front desk manager from the John Wick series. I picture him going about his day doing simple things with efficiency, diplomacy, and tact. He lives in a small, yet well-kept apartment, lined with bookshelves, artwork, mostly sculptures, a vast tea collection and a long-haired cat named Styx. Throughout his day-to-day life he does extraordinary things, and makes them seem ordinary. He stops mugging, while coming home from work, dispatching the muggers with brutal efficiency. He helps an elderly lady with her parcels, and turns down any offer of reward. He tutors his next-door neighbor, a Latino teen named Jesus, on history. He attends art shows and visits museums. Then, one unfortunate day, he finds out his sister has been killed. He takes leave from the Continental, and brings the killer to justice in a manner that would make Jason Bourne, Brian Mills, Robert McCall, Ethan Hunt and even John Wick shudder in disgust. Frenchie from The Boys. That dude playing that character is something I could watch all day. There's just something beautiful about the way he says, asterisk what in the fuck is this shit, asterisk. Davy Jones and Calypso. I would love to see the background from that story. Avatar, Tales of the White Lotus. Each member gets a season. Rita, the Full Metal bitch from Edge of Tomorrow. From the hints and guidance she gave Tom in the film, her time loop experience was a lot nastier. Give her a prequel. Edit. Wow, this one blew up. Glad to see there's so much love out there for this movie. Minerva McGonagall. Great Uncle Ford and Grunklestone from Gravity Falls. I would kill to see a series of the sailing across the world on the Stan of War. Gwen from Ben 10, but only from the original continuity. She gets overlooked because of the amount of attention her cousin Ben gets, and we never got to see the full potential of her true power, and she proved to be very badass even without his help. Jimmy Woo. It doesn't even need to be that much about the other superheroes. I just want to see him doing funny Randall Park stuff and some street magic sprinkled in. Troy and a bed in the morning would be great. Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. I know Donald Glover quit Community to pursue his music career, but I would 100% watch Troy Barnes sail around the world. Aragorn. He's got like 80 years of being a badass ranger. Probably tons of stories of him fighting all sorts of creatures. Suki in the Kyoshi Warriors. Young Captain Holt. Zelda. Her name's in the bloody title. Maybe she could actually get to do stuff one day. The 2 stoner animal control guys from Parks and Recreation. Hosea Matthews or Lenny Summers from Red Dead Redemption 2. Alastair Mood from the Harry Potter books. Make a TV series on his prime days as an aura, hunting down and dueling Death Eaters, and you'll bet I'll watch. Finnick Otter from the Hunger Games. Iroh from Avatar. His journey from Fire Nation Prince and General to leader of the White Lotus, including the siege of Ba Sing Se, the Sun Warriors and Dragons, and sadly Lu Ten. Munro from Grimm. I don't know if he'd have any interesting stories tbh, but I just love the character so much, it'd probably be watchable, even if it was just him fixing random people's clocks. Oogway, Tigress, Shen are the most interesting characters in Kung Fu Panda, and I think they would make for interesting movies, if aimed at an older audience. Semicolon. Edit. If Oogway was to get a movie, it should be about the time him and Kay worked together. Tigress, I don't really know what the movie should be about as there's a lot of directions to go. Shen, I don't know what a movie on them could be about as there's a limited amount of good ideas. But they are a interesting enough character to warrant a movie like the other two. Chiritim was from Rogue One. The dude definitely has some wild stories to tell, plus the idea of a force sensitive person who isn't a Jedi or Sith is really cool, and I'd love to see what's done with that more. Creed Bratton. Frozone from The Incredibles.